Good morning. It's me. I'm back. I still haven't been anywhere. I'm cranking up the car again just because the charger doesn't work unless the car is on. So yeah, I figured it couldn't hurt. Yesterday I did cook. I had biscuits. So yesterday I cooked. We had biscuits and gravy using the Morningstar sausage. So it was a vegetarian meal. We had corn on the cob and broccoli. So that was good, and we ate really early because they were hungry early, like around 2:30ish. Usually I don't even go down and start cooking until 3:34. So my mom eats separate from us because she eats a specific type of way that we don't eat. So I'm just cooking for me, Nadia, and Julian. So yeah, we had biscuits and gravy, and it was really good. We ate, we were finished. I don't even know what time I finished. I think I was done by 3:30 actually, because I remember being in the room and my 3:30 alarm going off. So I'm still waiting on Michael's to come up with a good coupon. I don't know what they're going through with this 20% off thing. At a glance, that seems like a good deal, but it's really not. It's better to get like a 50% off. Even the 40% off coupon off one item is better. 20% is cool if you're buying a bunch of stuff, but I'm only interested in one, maybe two things. Really, the other two things that I need two other things. I can just order on Amazon. I need blades for my paper trimmer, and I need some matte medium gel. Both of which I have at home, but I can always use more, and I think I was running low on the matte medium, so I don't really need it because Mod Podge serves the same purpose. I just like the matte medium better. It's less sticky and it has less of a sheen than the matte Mod Podge does. But Mod Podge is more easily accessible because they even sell that at the Dollar Tree. So, speaking of the Dollar Tree, I'm itching to go there because I want some of those, oh, what are they called? Those Andes candies, the mint chocolate. I want some of those. They sell them at the Dollar Tree all the time. I'm thinking, I was kind of planning to go somewhere today, but maybe I'll do it tomorrow because I also need to get some tortillas so we can have some tacos, or something. I don't know. We just need, our choices are running low, so I think we're gonna have chili today. Chili, rice, cornbread, more broccoli, because we have a huge bag of frozen broccoli, so we'll probably have more of that. When I walked out the door this morning, I was like, oh, it's cold out here. It's like, what is the temperature? Oh, it says 60 degrees now, so that's cold to me. You know, coming from Florida, it's a shock to walk out the door and it's like a chill in the air this time of the year. Anyway, I wish it was like this at home. It's amazing how only a distance of about 5 hours drive, how different the weather is. I mean, even in Jacksonville, Florida, compared to Orlando, the weather is vastly different. So I lived in Jacksonville for a couple of years back in the day. My job moved me there, and then the job finished that was there, so I moved back. I have some ideas of things, of videos that I want to do. I really need to get to setting up that standard size traveler's notebook that I got from Mystic's Little Gifts. It is the winter leather, which is a light baby blue color. I have some ideas of different things to do with that. I think that will help my channel too, because in the beginning I did a lot of traveler's notebook stuff, and then I kind of slacked off. I didn't, I was doing a lot of DIY stuff. And I kind of slacked off from that. So I have an idea for some embellished paper clips. And I'm going to be using, if I can, fabulously creative items for that. I just hate to use up my die cuts like that, though. I don't want to. I feel like I want to hoard them for a little while before I use them. But I'm going to do it. And I have this idea that I mentioned the other day about a cash envelope system, and I've like cut out prototypes and played around with it. So I'm still working on that. I am also working on ramping up over on Patreon, getting more content over there. I just have to decide what type of content I want to increase upon. Do I want to do more digitals? I kind of feel like nobody really cares about me making patron specific posts or Patreon specific posts. I don't know, but I'm going to spend some time today brainstorming on that and trying to come up with some ideas just to kind of spice things up over there. It feels like it's getting a little dull. It would be really nice if I could dedicate myself to doing a doll at least once a month for Patreon, in addition to the other things that I'm already doing monthly. But I don't have the inspiration for that right now. I don't know if I'll ever have it again. It was just like, okay, I did these few dolls and I hate to keep recycling them and using them over and over again, but I'm just not inspired to do any more. Maybe if I ever get that iPad Pro, things will be different. Because it would be, I'm just watching people draw on an iPad Pro. I can see how they can just quickly put out illustrations. Me trying to draw the way I do it with a mouse on my laptop, using Adobe Illustrator, it is a little more time consuming. And yeah, and like I said, I'm not buying doll illustrations from someone else. I'm doing them myself. So mixed in with everything else I have to do, it's just, I have to really be inspired and want to do it. I just can't do art on demand. It's just not for me. So yeah, today I'm gonna go up there and record something. I don't know what it's gonna be. It's either gonna be setting up that traveler's notebook or getting started with that. I think that's gonna be the easiest thing for me to do right now, is setting that up. And I'll just probably do a series of videos of things that I do to the traveler's notebook. I also had an idea last night, since my Dollar Tree folder hack video seemed to do so well. I don't know if it was the thumbnail or the actual content, but people seem to really enjoy that. I'm thinking maybe I can do a dollar store planner setup. I think I want to use a typical 6-ring planner and then just set it up using mostly dollar store. I'm not going to say Dollar Tree. I'm going to say dollar store items. So that can include Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar, those places. And they pretty much sell pretty similar things. So once this lockdown is lifted and I feel confident about going from store to store to store, I will start collecting more items for that. I mean, I already have a ton of Dollar Tree stickers that I can use to make embellishments and dashboards and whatnot. And I was even thinking of items that I can use from the Dollar Tree to make tab dividers. So you could even use that cut mat from the Dollar Tree to make a disc-bound system cover, which I've done before, I think, but I don't think I did a video tutorial or anything on that. So yeah, those are ideas for when I get back, and I can spend some time while I'm here fleshing those out, getting the details and deciding exactly how I want to do it. So there is that. So I am coming up with ideas of things to do that I think will help the channel grow. And either I'm going to do a blog post or a video on the tools and supplies, the basic tools and supplies you would need if you are new to planning and want to be a DIY planner girl or planner person or planner babe. Or yeah, so I was making a list of those items because, you know, there are some just essential things that you need. You don't need a whole lot, but there are some things that you need if you're going to be doing DIY stuff for your planner. And what made me think about that is just the basic stuff that I have with me while I'm away from the craft lab. I need to work on a graphic for that, for the craft lab too, because I want to make some merch. I want my own merch. So yeah, today is going to be research and planning, future planning, and coming up with ideas, writing down my ideas after I record a video. So maybe if I can get my nerve up, I will go to town tomorrow. Maybe. I'm just chicken. I'm just like, with my luck, it'll be just that one store that I go in, that one aisle that I decide to walk down, where somebody coughed or sneezed and it's floating in the air. And even though I have on a mask and gloves, somehow it's seeped behind my mask and got in my respiratory system. And that's just, I don't know. I'm still paranoid about that. Another reason why I'm not going home yet. But I am thinking if they do open schools up after May 1st, I don't know if I want my kids going back to school, because I can't afford for them to go to school, get the virus, bring it home, and yeah, no. I think it's too soon. I think that school should be just, until they figure this thing out, until they get a better handle on things, I think schools should be closed for the rest of the year. I mean, they get out the end of May anyway, so I don't see the point in going back at this point. They're already doing virtual learning. That's going fine. Why do they need to go back and risk it? Why risk it? Why take the chance? I don't know what's wrong with our governor, DeSantis. He started out really, really good. I was impressed. I was like, okay. Because we've had, even though they were Republicans, we've had some good governors in Florida. At least I thought so. They were pretty good. And the way I could tell is how they handled hurricanes. So the last two before, or the previous two before DeSantis, they were good. But he is showing, I don't know, yesterday's news conference, I watched a bit of it. He seemed very snippy. He seemed more like he was, I don't know, he was just very snippy and snobbish. That's not the word, just snippy with people. And I mean, he reminded me of somebody we all know, the way he was acting. And I'm wondering, is he listening to Trump? Is Trump telling him what to do now or something? I don't know. It's like his whole attitude was different than what it originally was. I thought he was like, you know, a pretty nice guy, that he was handling things well in the beginning. And I know a lot of people thought, well, he should have did something about those beaches and blah, 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 blah. The people in Florida going to the beach. It's not the people in Florida going to the beach. It's the people not from Florida going to the beach. And I understood why he was leaving it up to those particular cities or the local authorities to decide what they wanted to do about the beaches, because he didn't want to just do a whole shutdown of the state of the beaches, because people live on the beach, and I mean, they should be able to go outside and walk on the beach just like that, because that's their neighborhood. So I kind of understood that. But, and yeah, the people, I mean, sometimes you got to have your own sense to know that you shouldn't be going to a spring break celebration on the beach during in the middle of a pandemic. That was dumb. I mean, I had already started pretty much self-isolating a week or two before all of this blew up. I was watching a situation really, really close, because that last week of school before spring break, I was ready to snatch Nadia and Julian out of school and be like, contacting the school to see what I could do to get them in a virtual learning place or position, because I did not want to risk them bringing it home. There's a mosquito flying around out there. So yeah, all of that to say, I really hope that they don't send the kids back to school. He really needs to hurry up and make a decision about that. They need to do something about the unemployment situation, people not being able to file. No one's really even received any unemployment since this thing started. So that, yeah, they paid millions of dollars, like I think it was $7 million to set up the unemployment or redo the unemployment system, or however, I don't know. Then they paid another $10 million to fix it, but it still doesn't work. It's just ridiculous. And then now the workers from Disney and all the theme parks that were being paid up until a certain point, I think this is their last week of pay, so they'll be eligible to file for unemployment. All those thousands of people will be included in the system or added to the system if they can get through, which they probably can't. I mean, it got so bad that they were taking paper applications. So just saying, that's just stuff that's going on in Florida. I don't know if it's the same in other places. I haven't even watched any local news here. So pretty much I find out anything that's going on in this state from my friends. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to feel comfortable with going out anytime soon. It seems like it's slacking off a little bit at home. I'm going to keep watching it over the next few days, but I'm thinking I'll probably stay here another week or so, and then I think I'm ready to go home. I really am. I miss my cat. I miss my bed. I miss my room. I just miss my kitchen. I miss all of it. At one point while I was here, I was thinking, I really don't want to go back, but I got over that. I'm ready to go home. Even Julian came in my room, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and he said, I'm ready to go home now. And I said, why? He said, because I miss my bed. I was like, okay. So, I mean, I like it here, but I want to go back to my stuff. My only concern with that is I think we're headed for a food shortage because of the plants that are closing, because of the workers being infected. So, being that the population is so much more dense back home than it is here, I'm concerned that there will be a food shortage. So, I mean, the shelves are already sparse as it is here. And there's nowhere near as many people here as there are back home. So I don't know. I asked Jasmine how was the grocery shopping, but she said she really didn't know. Nate told me that they have a lot of bare shelves, but that's about as much detail as I'm going to get out of him. So, and just looking online, like at Target and Walmart, just to see what they have available. Yeah, things are still a little sparse as far as availability of food, and I think it's only going to get worse. But anyway, okay, so that's it. I just wanted to come and talk to you all. So yeah, I'm feeling a little more upbeat and more energetic and a little more motivated. So when I don't do the vlogs, it seems like that's when I'm like down in the dumps. But anywho, that's it. I will holler at y'all next time.